So I think the town hall meetings that I participated in, or not participated in, that I watched on social media were very effective. But that was also at a time when we were pretty much in our homes. So, you were able to allow that kind of attention. So I think fact-based information, social media types of platforms, I think information that just gives the facts. 1, 2, 3 bullets. This is why I should do it. Versus making it appear that something's wrong with you if you don't, or if you're questioning. Because at the end of the day, we always question, should we take this particular medication? What type of medication is best for me? What type of doctor is best for me? So I think a lot of times people are made to feel like because they're questioning that it's a negative thing, but hear the questions and be able to answer them factually. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, most definitely.
You have recommendations. What might be different communication channels? Given not you're stuck in our homes anymore.
Absolutely.
Do you have other idea? What are some of the communication channels that we should be help get with that?
Yeah, again, I think social media is big. I work at a high school, so we were actually able to work with another community-based organization to promote a billboard project where we used some of the kids who actually designed billboards in their own communities. And they were all videotaped, and they actually kind of produced a PSA that they were able to show their peers and their family members. So I think peer-based types of approaches, training young people to have conversations with their family members, especially in Spanish-speaking communities where the children speak English and Spanish and the parents don't. So maybe training students or young people themselves to be able to educate their own families about some of the facts and why we should be boosted or vaccinated.
Well, let me ask you, what do you think is going to take our communities the longest to recover from?
I think somebody said it today, the whole economic fallout. A lot of people lost jobs, and a lot of service areas are still recouping. There was a lot of loss, but definitely the economic devastation. And just a lot of loss. You can't, once someone passes, you don't get that person back. So there's still a lot of grief, mental health issues. Yeah.
How do you see that in your students?
So with the students, with regard to the economic piece, so school was remote and virtual. So there were a lot of students who were not signing into virtual class because they had to then go out and support their families. And I think they looked at it kind of like, well, I can catch up, or we're virtual, not understanding that it meant that you need to be in that particular session during the time that it's being offered. So with a lot of the students, they had to support they may have already been supporting their families, but then that whole burden of feeling like I need to help, we saw that a lot with kids. The other thing that we saw a lot with kids, anytime someone passes in a family, we tend to always give our condolences to the adults. And kids are like, hello, like it was my father, it was my brother, it was my grandmother. And a lot of times we expect, if we grieve and we know how we've been feeling, a lot of times we expect a child to then be able to just function.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else that project trying to capture insights and perspectives on how COVID impacts the community?
Yeah, one thing I just always say is that in any anytime you're trying to solicit information, to always get the people who you're targeting involved in the process. We make a lot of decisions, in education and just community and government without having the people who we want to reach at the table. And then hearing what they're saying and figuring out how to adjust when necessary to meet their need.
And it's hard to even scenario of problems that have been
Right. And it sounds trivial and basic, but a lot of times we really do not. It sounds so basic, but we don't. Thank you.